I'm Dr. Carrie Bar-Cohn, and this is Walk in Israel. Today is such an interesting day, jam-packed with information, because we are walking through Latrun Hill and Monastery. Let's march. Good. Reach up and down, and let's bring it to toe taps. Okay, so when people say Latrun in Israel, they usually mean Yad Lashion, which is the military tank museum and the memorial to the fallen soldiers of the Armored Corps area. So like when people say they're going to Latrun, they usually mean they're going to see the tanks, they're going to hear about the soldiers from the Armored Corps. But Latrun actually means a few things. The Latrun hilltop contains, not only that, it also means Mini Israel, the International Study of Bird Migration, Neve Shalom, which is a joint Jewish-Arab community, Canada Park, and the monastery here, the Latrun Trappist Monastery, which is also called Trappist Latrun Abbey, which is where we're right now. Good. Okay, so in 1875, two Americans, they built a hotel here called the Maccabees Hotel. Now making kicks. Now it served as a place for passengers who were going from Jaffa to Jerusalem, and that was a 2-day journey, so they could stay in this hotel in between. But eventually a train came along, and that business waned, and they sold the hotel. Okay, now act. Good. So at that time, in 1890, a monastery was established from France. It was German, Flemish, and French monks. So they came and they bought that hotel, and they lived in it, and they had their monastery there. Then they march. This is quick. This is quick. So let's bring arms up. Okay, they left. They were expelled by the Turks. They came back, and they do all sorts of things. Those stained glass windows, they make those, and they also planted olive trees, and they make and sell wines, soaps, souvenirs, olives, jams, honey, olive oil. They established a vineyard, and they sell that. March. And finally, they are known as the Trappist Order. They're the only one that is the Monastery of Silence. That's my silence. Toe taps. Good. Okay, now we're coming out, and we're about to run into a group of kids on their tiyul, their school trip. Good. It's quick. 4. Other side. Aim. Adon. Mivaldo. There isn't anything except for you. Front corner. Good. Now we're coming up to the kids. Now this Latrun Hill has a ton of hiking, and it's also famous for its remains of a Crusader castle that we're getting to side. Here are the kids. Good. Other side. Now we're doing the corner. This is a great song by Tani Polanski and Yaakov Chesed. Nothing but you. Einod Milvado. Now at this point I was just saying, give me a hello, and they were, just to be nice. Then a few of them recognized. One more time. Good. Do we love these kids? 4, 3, other side. Eido, middle. Good, front. 4, 3, 2, corner. 4, 3, 2, great job. Let's go back, 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 back. Good. Hey, sweet these kids. So hiking is a big part of Israeli culture, and hiking with your school and school trips hiking is also a big part, and there's tons of hiking here. And now bring that toe in front, and I want you to lean back a little so you feel the stretch of the hip flexors. Now, some girls are about to run up to me who recognize me and wanted to get their picture. And I just love to bring joy doing that. We're going to see them. Here they come. Reach, reach. Bring them both up. Good. Lean a little bit back so you feel it in the hip flexors. sunglasses. Here they are. Adorable. With their sunglasses. I always do that ridiculous, goofy, open smile. Just puts everybody in a good mood. Okay, we're on our way. Woo! And back. Good. Eino Melvado. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And then first after the song, let's go out. Other side. Corner. Good. Side. Corner. Ooh, march. Okay, this song is Stronger, All Is One by Bracha Jaffa. Let's start at knees. Step, knee. Okay, so we got a lot of history to carry and cover this area. Give me a second. We're gonna get there. Okay, so we talked about how this is a strategic hilltop in the Ayalon Valley, and it overlooks the Tel Aviv-Jerusalem Highway 1. Jerusalem's about 25 kilometers west. It's also really close to Ramla. There's a yeshiva in Ramla. A lot of people from Beit Shemesh go to. That's 14 miles, 14 kilometers, 8 miles. Good. And it was captured in 1967. Good. Huh. Huh. Good. Let's stand hand in hand. Good reach. Okay, here we go for our history. I keep losing my place. It's all good. Of course, with the history, we have to start with the Tanakh. Reach across. The Ayalon Valley was the site of the battle in which the Israelites, led by Joshua, defeated the Amorites. That's in Joshua 10. That's where we first hear about this. Now we're going to jump to the Hellenistic period. That's during the Hanukkah story. Judah the Maccabee established a camp here in preparation, halfway! And we're just getting started with our history. In preparation for a battle with the Greeks, which had come from Judea and camped here at Emmaus. Okay. The Greeks were at Emmaus. This spot was called Khurvad Echad that you're looking at, and it was called the Battle of Emmaus. Good. And the Israelites won, and that had helped them get Jewish Hasmonean rule that was over the next century. That also happened here. Good. And reach across. Good. Okay, next time period. The Crusaders. We're going to be walking up to a Crusader castle. And there's actually only a few remains left, but that Crusader castle has been seen and mentioned quite a few times in history. Okay, it was built by Rodrigo Gonzalez de Lara. He eventually gave it to the Templars. I didn't know what the Templars were, so I looked it up. Across my body. They're a military order of the Catholic faith and one of the most important military orders in Western Christianity. Down below, founded in 1118, they defended pilgrims on their way to Jerusalem, and they existed for 2 centuries during the Middle Ages. That's who the Templars were, and this Crusadian remains was given to them. Now we got to move forward to the Ottoman period, above my head. Now remember, the Ottomans were when the Turks came. After them were the British, and after them us. Okay, in the Ottoman period, in 1883, Latrun was described in their books as a few huts among a medieval Crusader fortress. And reach across, good, woo! Then we get to the British Mandate time period. Here's our school group. They're making their way to the Crusader fortress too. Woo! Good. March one arm. Good. Other side, I want to be uneven. Good, march. Some of you recognize this immediately. We got ABBA, Mamma Mia, 1975. Which we think of as so long ago when we're talking about history that is thousands of years old. Good. Okay, the British Mutiny. The British came and built police forts, and one of them was here at Latrun. Moshe Sharet, who was later Israel's second prime minister, was actually imprisoned on a fortress in Latrun. Okay. 1948, Israel declared, we're into Israel. Other side. The British retreated and gave the fort of Latrun to the Jordanian Arab Legion. And this was actually at the spot of the Latrun I was talking about earlier, the Yad Lashiron. And it was used to shell the vehicles using the road to get to Jerusalem. And the Jews of Jerusalem were basically locked with no supplies. And they had major battles to try to win this area back, to get this road to reach those Jews and give them supplies. The first one was called Operation Ben Nun Aleph, and it was unsuccessful. Operation Ben Nun Bet, still unsuccessful, a little bit taken, but unsuccessful. 139 people died. Ariel Sharon was injured, and turned. A lot of the soldiers there were Holocaust survivors that passed away in that battle. What a life. Thank you. Okay, since they were unable to get this area here, they built a road circumventing it, which seemed impossible at the time. They called it the Burma Road because it was like seemed impossible to go through mountains, but they did that. It was designed by Mickey Marcus Kicks. Good. Now let's do some lunges. Okay, so when they got that road, they actually built a pipeline so that water could get to the Jews in Jerusalem. Then there came 1967, and Israel conquered the area back, 67 war. And since that time, we've developed that area. Now we've got an amazing train that goes from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem in like 1 hour. Good. Hold it down if you can. If you don't like this, just keep going up and down. Woo, I got it all in, and we still got 2 minutes. Great. I thought it was just going on a hike, and it's so rich with history. Woo! Now side knees. Woo! Woo! And that's one thing I just love about Israel. You think you're just walking somewhere. Even when I saw these Crusader ruins, and I saw the monastery, there's actually a rich history. It's originally owned as a hotel for people on the Jaffa-Jerusalem path. Like, there's so much rich history. So deeply meaningful to be living here. Okay, I have a final quote. Ariel Sharon, who's the 11th Prime Minister from 2001 to 2006, he wrote this in his autobiography. Oh, what a last song! Okay, let's do some free dance. We don't want to get to the end and not dancing. Good! Enjoy yourself! Signed, sealed, delivered by Stevie Wonder, 1970. There's our Crusader Fortress. I think it's actually the outside it said. And you can see there's views all over. Good. Do whatever you want. It's your time for you. Okay, back to me. Okay, this is what Ariel Sharon wrote in his autobiography. The village of Latrun, our first objective, was built around the ruins of an old Crusader castle on the crest of a hill overlooking the Jerusalem road. Here we are, on the southern slopes of the olive groves, stretched down the road, which we saw, while at the bottom of the western slope sat a big Trappist monastery, which is where we started. Cool, super cool, right? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, taps. Good, let's close it up. Good. And now arms back. Good. Big circles back. Think of your chest up. Little arch. Stretch out the back. Good. And let's march. You did it. Another day. And we learned some fascinating history, and you took care of yourself. Great job.